What's up, guys? So I think we're going to be doing uh, some of this build in the vlog style, where we just kind of do a couple minute updates and just mash it all together into one video. So our 917, we got the front suspension all built up and glued in place. Very, very simple, just a few parts. We have our wheels clipped off of the parts tree, and we wanted to see how they're going to fit in the wheel wells, and look like they're doing okay. But the thing, excuse me, I haven't had enough coffee yet today. The thing about this build here is all of this tiny stuff going on back here. There's this an entire bird's nest of stuff going on with tubings and pipings and all kinds of bracings and such. And deep down inside, there's a transaxle, if you can barely see that. But we got our spare tire kind of wedged up inside there, just to mock everything up to make sure clearance is okay. Clarence said clearance was good, so we're okay. And then here is this is actually a support brace for the exhaust pipes. The exhaust pipes are going to mount, where is he? Dang it. Get over here. The exhaust pipes are going to hit those little tiny holes right there and travel along down through here and come out the back. That's where the music comes out. And these are going to support it. And what's funny is in the instructions, you're building everything upside down. And I had to orient the model kit the same direction as the instructions. Otherwise, I get stuff transposed. And then, a part like this, like that there, it's like, oh, okay, cool. Well, let's see, this is upside down, so I need to turn this upside down. I almost put that on there the wrong way around. These little tines here that hold on to the exhaust pipes, you see how they're curved? I almost put those this way when they're supposed to go that way, like that. So oopsie to me. And then you'll notice that this isn't fitting together very well. It's a little warped looking. That's because there's this main strut piece back here behind these little pieces here. I'm using my finger when I could be using his finger. This main strut piece here is warped. You can see the bend right there. No big deal. It is causing some stress on the rest of the mounting on here because it's not fully cemented yet. But we wanted to see how things are going to match up and everything. And what's really cool is Airfix has this mounting plate up here where all the strutting and stuff comes off of, and it works out great. And then back here at the back of the chassis, we have some holes that are molded in place for this main strut piece here that keeps everything aligned, which is causing everything to warp. And then there's these other braces that come down sort of in a pyramid shape. There's no holes for those. there's no holes in the instructions. They just go, yep, goes right there. So okay. But what's funny is the ends of the little tubes are actually molded with a little nubby at the end of there so that they could go into holes. So we're going to figure out if we need to drill holes and then go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we'll just cut them flat, mount it, and just glue it right to the surface. But because of the complications of all of this pre-building and stuff, we're planning to actually do a lot of the building ahead of time, and then come back and just paint everything black, and then come back and then pick it out with and just sort of hand paint it. Perhaps we'll see how it goes, but everything else is going pretty well. Even our little driver guy, we decided we're going to use the stick. He's hanging out in his pool floaty chair. We're going to be giving him some arms here, but we want to see how the steering wheel fits into everything and where the arms are going to mount to. I might end up bending his fingers around the steering wheel. I don't know. Maybe we'll see how that goes. I've never done that before, but it's an idea. But yeah. Anyway, that is our update for right now. This is day 2 of the build. It's Wednesday, and we're kind of we're really having fun. The wheels do have a saving grace, whereas this is the outside surface of the wheel. It's got Firestone lightly molded in there that we cannot see. There we go. Got Flintstone right there. And then the rest of this, I mean, I could actually paint the hub, the interior part of the hub and everything the way I want it to, and then just put the tire on. So I was very happy to discover that, because I was worried about painting the whole thing and then having the detail paint the inner wheel and all that kind of stuff. So I'm actually pretty stoked about that. All right, so that's going to be it for right now. We'll check in a little bit later. All right, so we are doing another quick update on the small scale group build, and this is a Porsche 917, of course, the Airfix one. And some guys have actually showed me some pictures of ones they have in their stash. It's the exact same kit, and I think it's like one fellow was showing me that it was a what is it, MPC? I think it was an MPC kit. And his was molded in blue, which was perfect for the Gulf oil livery. But the car, the actual kit, didn't have the Gulf oil decals for the livery. But it was just funny that car was molded in blue, and this one's molded in gray, neutral gray. But we have everything on our toothpicks. We have our little chassis, our little itty bitty little chassis. It's all built up, and we're in the wrong setting. Goodness gracious! There we go. Yeah, so it's all built up, and we're going to give this some primer. We're going to do white primer on this little dude. I think that's going to be the, nope, I was thinking of these guys. I got to pull those brake rotors off. But we're going to do the whole thing in primer white, and then go from there. So we'll see how that goes. And we're going to go out and spray the primer now and try to get on with things. Okay, last update for this segment. We have everything in primer. We did white primer on the chassis and the body, and then we did some gray primer on the little wings and wheels and tires, because that stuff's going to be all metallic or black or rubber black or something like that. This is our little fan right here. Exhaust pipes and engine intake covers and stuff like that. So everything's primered now, but we did have an issue, and the issue was our little car body was just a little too small and a little too light to be held onto one of those Tamiya spring stands, and we had gotten some primer on them, and then all of a sudden it was like a leaf on the wind. It was taken off, and of course it landed butter side down, so it was covered in grit and stuff like that from the garage floor. So I do have a clean spot on the garage floor now where this landed. So as we can see, we did some sanding on there to knock back all the little bits of junk that were stuck in the paint, and got a little bit more to do right out here. But while we were doing that, we recognized that our little louvers just weren't open enough, so we went back through there and did a little bit more carving on those guys. Let's get them on camera there, genius. There we go. So did a little bit more opening on those to help them look a little better. But now we're going to go back in, and we got this taped down pretty good to something that's not going to blow away. And we're going to go back and do a couple more light coats of primer, build that back up again, and then it's off to the races. Almost literally. We're going to go and do the stripe technique, and then we'll let you know how that goes. But that's going to be a different video segment. So we're going to sign off for now and go out and paint, and we'll talk to you guys a little bit later on. Everybody else is doing an awesome job with their builds. Some folks are getting done already. That's amazing. Thank you so much for participating, guys. I'd like to also thank Sean for helping us out with this group build. We appreciate that very, very much. And we also have people that are still joining in right now, like our buddy Tim over at Throttle Power has thrown his hat in the ring just recently. So, I mean, these small scale builds, you still got time. We got till the 28th. If you got something on the shelf that you want to take care of, pull it out, do a video, let us know, and we'll add you to the list. Sean said he has 73 of us now, counting myself and him. So that's pretty substantial. All right, y'all, we'll take it easy. We'll talk to you a little bit later on, and I'm gonna go back to speech therapy class. Bye now.